welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man that is about to shoot himself out of a swimming pool on a jet ski. It's Nick Rehak.
Hey, how you doing?
So, you love Jackass 3. You're just ready. You're going to shoot yourself out of the swimming pool into some hedges.
I'm ready, man. Let's do it. Let go of the cord in the back. I'm going to launch off, get you a little bit wet with the backstream there, but we're going to rock it out. It's going to hurt when we land, but we're going to laugh while doing it.
But, you know, we have our handy Tascam recorder. I'm riding on the back like the lady from Transporter 2, and we're just going to hit this ramp.
And here we go, off and running.
Well, so the good news is...
Everyone's going to be dressed Greek.
This runway is about an hour long, so this like fountain we're in, so we'll be able to talk for the entire time before the ramp. So we'll end with the ramp. How's that sound?
That's perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Imagine if we ramped it and then just landed in a lake and then just kept going.
I see. I don't know. I think when you hit the ramp, like, what's the point of the lake? You've hit the climax. What's the sense of going further? Just pack it up and go home. We're done.
Oh, yeah. It's like...
Go out on top.
Like you're playing basketball and you do a no-look shot from half court and you swish it. And then you go up for a layup the next time.
Yeah, it don't make any sense. If I ever pulled off something like that, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm not even gonna say bye to anybody. I'm just walking off, getting in my car, and I'm going home.
So I had a similar conversation with my wife the other day. We like to take walks. There's a park near us and we go for walks. And she has to hear a lot about movies on it. But the other day, I don't know why I was doing this, but like, you know in the movie Club Dread, when they're telling the story about this guy, Machete Coletti. And he goes and he kills a bunch of people with machete. And they're like, and then they came up with his nickname, Machete Phil. And because his name was like Phil Coletti. But like, I just, so it's just, you think Machete Coletti, but then they're like, Machete Phil. If I wrote that line, I'm getting in my car and I'm driving away. I'd quit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's one of those lines where you're like, oh, here it comes. And then it's just a little non sequitur. It's a little left turn. And it's even funnier than what it's supposed to be, and everybody walks off.
Yep. It's
a walk-off homer.
Better than what they were before.
All better than what they were. They walk away, and there's joy in their hearts. There's happiness on their faces. They'll never be the same person that they were again. They changed in that moment and became better people moving forward. Some of them might even donate to nonprofits. We don't know what's going to happen.
The Machete Phil joke was so influential that it just saved sea turtles for the next 70 years.
Yeah, Jekyll Island, Georgia is no longer a sanctuary for sea turtles because they've all been saved.
It's just, did it. Machete Phil. Oh, nailed it. So we were talking, and so we're going to do the jet ski action scene draft. You and I are each going to pick 5 jet ski action scenes from movies. Now, you said something interesting before we started. You said that you weren't too familiar with jet ski action scene cinema before this, but as you watched, you really it broadened your horizons. So I've already started saving sea turtles, I would say, with this topic.
Oh, wholeheartedly you started saving them. And there's something about it where, I don't know, there's just something about it where you see one and you're like, I kind of want to see the next one. I want to see the next one. Because there's certain things that are the same, but there's just these little tweaks that are different. And I can't describe it, but I watch them and I'm like, okay, where's this moment? I'm checking off boxes. Okay, the jump is here. Great. Explosion. Great. Somebody falls off. Great. We're saving a sea turtle. Even better.
Oh, man. And then let the sea turtle drive it.
But you have to. He's not going to ride in the back and hold on to the strap that's there or put his little fins around you. There's no way. He's got to rock it out. And the nice thing is, it's not like he's got to work his little pedals. He's just got to bend that flipper just a little bit to pull the trigger, and off he goes.
Man, imagine that. You're just out on a catamaran one day, and a sea turtle on a sea-doo flies by.
There'd be no point living anymore because you've seen the greatest thing on this planet.
What could be better?
Nothing. I just got married. Nothing. The sea turtles driving a jet ski would top that. I'd be like, look, we have to get a divorce now because I've seen the greatest thing in my life.
And you try to tell the story at a bar and you don't have any photos and no one believes you. You just go mad.
Yeah, and you get older and older, and there's always people like, hey, ask him about the sea turtle story, and the bartender just rolls his eyes while he's cleaning a glass with a rag. Who knows how many glasses he's cleaned already with the rag?
You're
But then
drinking.
there's that one person that believes.
You're just drinking milk on a hot day, telling the story to people.
Straws coming out.
Yep. Let me tell you.
Paper straw because they're eco-friendly.
Yeah. Oh, this hot milk.
This was a poor decision.
All because of a sea turtle and a sea doo.
Okay. It's a CC. It's a CC day. Sea turtle and a sea doo with CC's pizza.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, I got nothing. I can't top that. I was trying to go for another thing, but I can't do it.
There's too much alliteration. Shutting down.
So I just the reason I asked you on for this, I figured we'd have a great discussion. You've been on the Deep Blue Sea, the podcast with me. We had a great time. You've been on other shows. We just had some fun discussions. And back in 2017, I unleashed my jet ski data on the world, and it blew up. It got I'm looking now 25,000 upvotes on Reddit, and it really kicked off my dumb data posts, and that actually got me a job with Rotten Tomatoes. And so me talking about how movies that feature jet ski action scenes have an average tomato meter rating of 29% and an average inflated domestic box office of 49 million on 82 million budgets. So these movies, they're 29% average that have feature jet ski action scenes, and they only they make $49 million average on 82 million budget. So they always lose money most of the time, and they're never really critically popular, or they're not really popular in IMDb. And it's such a weird observation, but I'm kind of obsessed with jet ski action scenes in cinema. So I figured, what's a better way than to bring Nick in and to draft 5 jet ski action scenes to discuss our love of jet ski action scenes?
Absolutely.
They're the underdogs in movies. They're not appreciated. Audiences don't appreciate them, but we appreciate them. So
absolutely appreciate them.
I'm gonna give you the first pick. You have the first pick tonight, and you get to pick the first jet ski action scene.
The first jet ski action scene that I'm picking, number 1 with a bullet, is Hard Rain.
Oh, all right.
You were kind enough to send over a list for me to sift through, and I'm going through and I clicked it. I've never heard of this movie before. I clicked on the link, and I need to see this movie in the worst way. I've never seen such an inventive jet ski action scene. I have 1 or 2 little logistics problems with it, but it's not enough to take away from the scene as a whole, where they are literally blasting around a high school, chasing each other on jet skis. That's incredible to me. I need to see this movie now. I need to know what it's about, based solely on this jet ski scene.
And you know what's interesting? I was originally very sour on this scene because I just thought to myself, what if this guy just jumped off his jet ski with his gun and just followed Slater? And
yeah, I mean, you could do that, but you still have the trudge through the water, right? You still have the resistance coming through. The only way that you could mess this up, and again, this is where logistics problems come in. I mean, you got all these books floating around. Something's going to get stuck in the air intake. Something has to get stuck. So the fact that they're able to maneuver and get so far, more power to them. But it's still just, they're blasting around in a high school. You know how much fun that would be?
Oh, that'd be a dream. Just to be able to jet ski through a high school.
Yes.
And you know what I'd like too is they're unwieldy. There's a scene where the guy's chasing Slater and he has to do a 3-point turn with his jet ski because he got stuck in a corner. And then the other guy who is chasing him, I have his name right here, Ray, is chasing him. He runs into a locker and falls off. It's just, and I like how you and I, man, we've never been on jet skis and we have to chase Christian Slater in a high school. We're not going to get to Christian Slater. We are going to we're going to run into each other. Yep. Or we're going to hit something. We're not. And that's what I like about this scene. They don't get Slater. They run into a staircase and then fly into a bunch of trophies and then presumably die. And that's the way I see a jet ski action scene actually happening.
Yeah, I'm the guy that's death by second place in the 1993 bowling ball tourney because the pin went right into my brain, perfectly pierced it. Now I'm dead. That's the guy I am. I'm out real early. And that's how many other jet ski scenes where you have a crash and you're going into a trophy case? None. Yeah. It's one of the most inventive jet ski scenes out there. There's no way I could pick it.
I mean, it's just asking to be put on the pedestal because of the they associate trophies with this one.
Bingo.
Oh, man, so in my head, I when I first watched it back in the day, and also Roger Ebert said this is a movie about wet actors trying to just trudge through water, which made me laugh. And I worked in production, and I would have turned this movie down because this would have been the wettest, grossest movie. Like, this would have taken forever to film. But I thought it was a sexy jet ski action scene. I really did. I thought, like, oh, they're cruising through the school, they're looking awesome. And I watched it again, and the bumps, bruises. I wasn't even going to put this in my top 5, and I ended up thinking I might draft it. But after I watched it again, I'm like, man, this is good. It's clumsy. I mean, you got Slater going under the water. He does great dive. Slater's dives are perfect in this movie. His, like, 4 foot of water dive straight forward. Love it. Beautiful.
He's a good looking diver. And I've recently been binge watching The West Wing, and I was sad to see he have a limited character arc on the show because we didn't get a chance to see him dive. You know what I mean? He's in the White House. He's not getting in the athletic pool, which is disappointing, especially after we see his talents displayed here. So any chance we get to see a little 10 out of 10 swan dive, I'm for it.
You know, I tried to push for a swim and talk scene with Slater, but they wouldn't go for it. I'm like, you guys are always walking and talking. Give me a swim and talk.
Let's do some laps. Let's see a backstroke over there, Toby.
Yeah, backstroke talking. I guess you could dog paddle and talk.
Oh, you could easily. That'd be a lot better because if you're doing some kind of strokes, you're going to be spitting water out, and you'd only get like 3 or 4 words out at a time. Yeah. Like
today's meeting is going to be a good one. We're gonna get those Canadians to pass the legislature.
Budget deficit.
Yep. Oh, got to turn around. What were we saying? Oh, man, we need this scene now.
Especially if they're doing it like a kiddie pool or something's wrong and the pool's closed, so now they got to get one of those inflatable pools and put it out on the lawn.
There's a Secret Service agent sitting in there.
He's in the lifeguard chair, just staring down, sunglasses, earpiece.
That white stuff on his nose, the zinc.
Yeah, he's got a lifeguard onesie over top of the suit.
And with the gun holster on the outside of the onesie, like it's all thought out. Oh my gosh. Little water wings on Martin Sheen.
Oh my God, it'd be amazing to see that. Him just hanging out too. Real casual, real nonchalant, just floating around.
Rob Lowe's hanging out, talking business. They're just walking. They're walking in a swimming pool.
Yeah, swoosh. Their legs just kicking water everywhere. These shoes are ruined, I know, but the scene looks great.
Tell me about this diplomat we're meeting today. Get him in the pool. Oh. This is an episode, is it not? This happened on West Wing.
It had to have happened. At some point they got a long, what is it? Why can't I think of, they got a long slip and slide with a ramp at the end. They go over the hedges in the East Garden.
Oh, man. They have like a lazy river. They're just floating around. Yeah. They have like a decoy president that looks exactly like him in the tube in front of him.
Without the water wings, that's how you know he's the decoy.
Yeah. And the guy's like, it's one of them. One of them's wearing water wings. I don't know what's going on.
Someone from a tower. Somebody take the shot. I can't. I don't know who he is.
They shoot the water wing.
We got a blowout on the left side. We have an eagle with a clipped wing.
Yeah. Eagle down. Oh. All right. I'm crying. All right. Now, you're going to be shocked with my first pick. Okay? So I just want you to be ready for it. You prepped?
I'm holding on to my chair.
Are you holding any hot beverages?
Negative. They're all on coasters.
Okay, great. Now, my number 1 pick is You Don't Mess with a Zohan. And it's the battle between Zohan and the Phantom.
Classic.
Now, this gets number 1 simply because John Turturro is on a jet ski. It doesn't get any better than that. And yes, he only